Welcome back. Poll season has officially begun in Rajasthan. Prime Minister Modi landed in the state on an official visit, but it was more political than official. Both the BJP and the Congress seeing red in the run-up to the polls, which are scheduled for later this year. I'm talking about, of course, the controversial Red Diary that has caused quite a storm in the desert state of Rajasthan. In fact, it has become the latest flashpoint between the two political parties. Prime Minister Modi was today in Sikar, leading the BJP's campaign in the state, where he used the Red Diary and launched a major offensive against the Congress party. Referring to the Red Diary, which allegedly consists of corruption details of the Gehlot government, Prime Minister Modi said that the Red Diary was the latest fresh product of the Congress. Actually, it doesn't translate very well, but what the Prime Minister said was that the Congress is loot ki dukaan. The Prime Minister tore into the Congress, alleging the much talked about Red Diary contains deeds that are strong enough to put tall Congress leaders in the dock and ensure that the Congress does not get another term in Rajasthan. Prime Minister Modi, who was also inaugurating several infrastructure projects, slammed the Congress for stalling development in the state.
राजस्थान की लाल डायरी, आपने लाल डायरी के बारे में सुना है ना? सुना है ना? कहते हैं इस लाल डायरी में कांग्रेस सरकार के काले कारनामे दर्ज है। लोग कह रहे हैं कि लाल डायरी के पन्ने खुले तो अच्छे अच्छे निपट जाएंगे। कांग्रेस के बड़े से बड़े नेताओं की इस लाल डायरी का नाम सुनते ही बोलती बंद हो रही है। ये लोग भले ही मुंह पर ताला लगा ले, लेकिन ये लाल डायरी इस चुनाव में पूरी कांग्रेस का डिब्बा गोल करने जा रही है।
Of course, Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot is not one to sit quiet. Mr. Gehlot made a rather exceptional entry to a rally where he was interacting with beneficiaries of subsidized cylinders. That's him. Mr. Gehlot is recovering from a knee injury. He attended to the rally on a wheelchair and accused the BJP of panicking and making baseless allegations. In fact, he refuted the existence of any Red Diary, calling it an imaginary diary. He's also saying that the BJP needs to respond on why inflation is so high in the country. Mr. Gehlot said, and I quote, "The Prime Minister sees an imaginary Red Diary, but not the red tomatoes and red cylinders." Listen in.
असली लूट तो आपने लाल सिलेंडर को 11,500 रुपये का करके मचा रखी है। लूट मचा रखी उन्होंने लाल सिलेंडर को। सिलेंडर का रंग लाल है, वो डायरी का रंग लाल बता रहे, मैं बता रहा हूँ असली तो ये है आपके सामने। मैंने सुना लाल टमाटर जो है वो 150 किलो रुपये हो गया है। लूट उन्होंने मचा रखी है, वो लाल टमाटर है। प्रधानमंत्री जी को बजाय लाल डायरी की बात करनी, जो कबूल कल्पित डायरी है, कोई डायरी है ही नहीं थी, उसको लेकर राजनीति हो रही है। उसके बजाय तो उनको चाहिए असलियत पे आए, लाल टमाटर लाल है। और महंगाई की मार से आमदनी जो खत्म हो रही है, तो गुस्से में लोगों का चेहरा लाल हो गया है।
Well, those are the dialogues, but the drama continued. Chief Minister Gehlot held his rally exactly at the same time when Prime Minister Modi was making his address. Upon being asked about his absence at the Prime Minister's event in Sikar, Mr. Gehlot said that his 3-minute speech at the event was cancelled by the PMO. But the PMO is maintaining that Mr. Gehlot was invited, but he couldn't attend because of health reasons. And then, of course, started a war of words. The PMO tweeted right before the program, seeking the CM's presence. To this, Gehlot said because his speech was dropped from the program, he opted to attend the event virtually. During his election rally in Rajasthan, the Prime Minister revived the much-hyped Red Diary debate. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Gehlot held a parallel news briefing just when the Prime Minister was holding his rally in Sikar. Mr. Gehlot countered the charges, saying that the Prime Minister should have spoken about the schemes that he was here to inaugurate in Rajasthan rather than raking up the Red Diary. Let me go across to our guests who are joining us this evening. Sumit Godara is MLA. He is also a spokesperson of the Rajasthan BJP. APS Khadial is spokesperson of the Congress party. And Anil Sharma is a senior journalist. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us on the broadcast. This will be a quick chat. We won't drag it for too long. But Sumit Godara ji, can I please start by asking you, the Prime Minister? Okay, the BJP spokesperson is not ready, so we'll just have to wait for him to get ready and get patched on. But APS Khadial, fact is, you're spokesperson of the Congress party, fact is that the Prime Minister has raised a valid issue. Everyone needs to know what's in the Red Diary, and the Prime Minister will rake it up. This is an election year in Rajasthan. There should be no problem with that.
Thank you, Shreya, for the question. I hope I'll be given a minute and a half uninterrupted. You know, it's astonishing and very unfortunate that the Prime Minister has all the time in the world to go to Rajasthan to campaign, but had no time to go to Manipur, despite it burning, despite there being killings, despite there being assaults, harassment, rapes and whatnot. He had no time for Manipur. He had no time for the parliament to issue a statement for the victims of all those families, to ensure justice for all those families, but had all the time for Rajasthan, no time for Manipur because there are no elections happening, because there are no votes that are going to be given to the Bharatiya Janata Party, so it's been left off. You know, the fact of the matter is, I was expecting that 2021 won't repeat this time vis-a-vis Mr. Modi, because in 2021 he gave 4 hours to the parliament. And this time I think history is repeating itself as far as the Red Diary is concerned. The amount of focus and attention Mr. Modi gives to the opposition, if 10% of that would have been given to development in Manipur, India would have changed. And if, you know, he's talking of red, let me remind him 2-3 things. There are red cylinders, there are red tomatoes, there is blood spilled in Manipur, and there are going to be red flags for the Bharatiya Janata Party in Rajasthan and in 2024 elections for what the Bharatiya Janata Party has been doing. As far as, you know, Mr. Modi's Red Diary claim is concerned, is not understood that a minister who was sacked would want to hurt the party, for he has been sacked from the party. But if they want to give credibility to that minister, then shouldn't the Bharatiya Janata Party be giving credibility to all the leaders that left the Bharatiya Janata Party and made startling claims against the BJP's leaders? So first, there should be inquiry against the BJP's leaders that have been accused by their former BJP leaders themselves. Number 2, the PMO, cancelled Mr. Gehlot's speech. Now, we understand one thing, that the Bharatiya Janata Party is accustomed to having only Mr. Modi talk. There can be nobody else in the frame with Mr. Modi whenever he has to speak, whenever he has to talk. It only has to be Mr. Modi. All the spotlight has to be on him and nobody else. See, the fact of the matter is that this very Bharatiya Janata Party used to say that Parliament is a temple of democracy. And there being, this monsoon session going on, 6-7 days have already happened. And despite that, Mr. Modi has not issued a statement over Manipur. First, there were 77 days of silence.
Okay. Okay, done. Your time is up, Ashpreet. You told me don't interrupt me. I didn't interrupt you. मैंने पूरा बोलने दिया. Let me get... Okay, let Sumit Godara come in now. Let the BJP spokesperson also come in. Mr. Sumit Godara, I'm just going to talk about the Red Diary for the moment. The Prime Minister went to Rajasthan, it's an election-bound state, and invoked the Red Diary. The Congress party is saying, if the Red Diary is real, get it investigated. Why the rhetoric? Why the theatrics? You have the ED with you. You have the CBI with you. If you think the Congress is choru ki dukaan or whatever dukaan, corruption ki dukaan, then get this diary investigated. बातें बड़ी-बड़ी करते हैं, investigate करवा लीजिए.
Shreya, the question arises first is that about the Red Diary. Who rose this issue in the assembly? It was a Congress legislature and Congress member of cabinet who raised this issue in assembly. And who against him raised? He raised the issue against the close aide of CM, Narendra, who has always been looking CM's affair. And where did he raise the issue? He raised the issue in the assembly. So what's the fuss about this? It's the fact there's a red diary and there's all accounts about what Congress regime has done, what corruption they have done. He is there in the store and he raised the issue. And why won't the BJP raise this issue? This is snowballing into major controversy all over India. A state CM who was going to become the national president of Congress, under whose regime such corruption has taken place, rampant corruption, due to which Rajasthan is #1 in corruption, #1 in female atrocities. So why is CM running away from the issues? And the first about the Prime Minister's visit, the Prime Minister Saab has always welcomed Honorable CM Saab in all the rallies on the programs of government, state, central government, which has been in Rajasthan. In every program, CM Saab has always been there. So why this time the fuss he created? It's always Ashok Gehlot has this habit of making issues out of non-issues. Whether how he raised about Sachin Pilot, whether he was the only CM in Rajasthan, maybe in the whole world, any elected politician in 20 months of COVID time, he was confined to Chief Minister's residence. And now, even whether he's not in good health, so Prime Minister Saab always wished for his good health. And he was welcome there. But he himself said that due to his not health, he won't be able to come to the program. So this is a habit. And we have seen every Rajasthan people know that this is Ashok Gehlot. And even the
Mr.
Congress
Godara,
knows.
Mr. Godara, Mr. Godara, the fact is, the Rajasthan Chief Minister is saying, sun lijiye, the Rajasthan Chief Minister is saying that I would have happily gone. But my traditional 3-minute, there is protocol that the Chief Minister officially gets up and welcomes the Prime Minister when he comes visiting. It's protocol. It happens everywhere. My speech was to be exactly 3 minutes. The PMO chopped that speech. Now, if this is how you treat a Chief Minister, even though he's from an opposition party, then why will the Chief Minister show up at the Prime Minister's event? Sabka ego hota hai na, Mr. Godara?
Shreya, you have gone your facts clear. Every program, central government program which has taken place in Rajasthan in the last 6 months, CM Saab has always been invited and always gone to the program. And due to his ill health, CM said that he won't be able to go. And the Prime Minister's office has even on Twitter given clarification what has happened. They gave only when Ashok Gehlot tweeted on this that he has not been invited and he has always been invited. I said you before, Ashok Gehlot has this habit of making non-issues into issues. Whether you talk about Sachin Pilot, what words he used against him, and what he has been confined to last month to his house due to his, and we pray to Almighty to get well soon. The way we prayed for him when 20 months he didn't come out of his CM residence, Chief Minister residence during COVID era. The only politician in all over the world who didn't come out of his house due to he got scared of COVID. Okay, we wished him good health that time also. When he's got his injury in his both the legs. As Prime Minister Saab has wished him good health, everyone in the state in Rajasthan wishes him good health. And his last 2 months of his CM Saab, Chief Minister, and he would be the last Mughal like Bahadur Shah Zafar of Rajasthan of Congress. And he himself wants that he to be known himself as Bahadur Shah Zafar of Rajasthan.
Okay, we'll see. I mean, this is Rajasthan never votes in an incumbent. So this is technically the BJP's the BJP's time to win, as it were. Anil Sharma,
Rajasthan, whenever BJP has been in government and the next time it has been in opposition, it has never got less than 70 seats. But whenever Ashok Gehlot, he brings to 21. And this time, mark my words, it's going to come in single-digit number Congress regime in Rajasthan. When in 2023, 4 months ahead, when elections are going to well, first time in history of Rajasthan, as in history of India, for Congress didn't be able to become leader of opposition. In the same way, it will be below the double-digit numbers in Rajasthan.
We'll
see. Already
lost
all
these whimsical issues in which Ashok Gehlot raises these issues in India like this. As he raised when he was going to become
Okay. Give me a minute. Anil Sharma, अरे रुक जाइए. Okay, Godara ji, ruk jaiye. Anil Sharma is a senior journalist. He is joining us on the broadcast as well. Anil Sharma ji, we've seen the trailer today of what is to come in Rajasthan.
That's right. It's going to come. And initially, if you look at it, Shreya ji, what you will find is that there was a Twitter kind of a squabble happening. One time Ashok Gehlot tweeting something and next PMO replying it. But the thing is that because the last letter which came to him, to the CM, his name was missing from there. It can be miscommunication. It can be kind of because what they wrote, the CM wrote in the letter to the PMO was because of leg injury. It will be difficult for me to be physically present there, but I'll join you through VC. So in the end, he joined, but he joined as a non-interactive kind of person. He was not given the opportunity to interact. He had certain demands and he wanted to join through VC where he wanted to speak. But if you look at the two letters which have been posted by Mr. Gehlot, which I consider to be right, correct, it has not been forged or, done it, then it shows in the first letter, yes, he was given 3 minutes. In the second letter, after the government of Rajasthan sent a letter to the PMO saying that he is injured, he cannot join physically, but he can join virtually. That was overlooked. It seems so. But this squabbling will continue till elections. You know it. You know it better than me. Now, the red diary. God knows what is there in red diary, or there is something red diary. But one thing is for sure, BJP now has got some issue which they can rake up or which they can, speak about in elections. Because what has happened is Ashok Gehlot with his social security schemes has been able to set up a narrative. And this red diary now has given something in the hands of BJP to corner Ashok Gehlot government over corruption issues. Is there something in red diary? Only 3 persons know: Mr. Gehlot, Mr. Narendra Rathod, and Rajendra Guda, who was showing the red diary. Because the red diary I've only seen in one movie, that was, if you remember it, Dawn, Amitabh Bachchan's Dawn. Red diary has come from there. But
True.
It has given them an issue to raise, on corruption issue to raise against Mr. Gehlot's government.
Okay. So therefore, Ashpreet Khadial, why don't you yourself ask the ED and the CBI? Why don't you, the Congress party, ask the centre to, send the ED and the CBI to Rajasthan to investigate the red diary?
See,
if there's nothing there, it works to the Congress's benefit, not the BJP's benefit.
Thank you, Shreya, for the suggestion, for your advice. I'll definitely be, sending it to the High Command, to the Rajasthan government. We should follow what Shreya says. She knows more about the party, what should be said and what should not be said. So, yes, thank you for the advice.
It may not be a bad idea. Don't be dismissive of ideas that come from common citizens.
No, I'm not dismissing. I'm being very serious about it.
It displays a certain arrogance.
Very good idea. Yeah, I appreciate it. And I'm very serious about it. So number two, had there been even an ounce of truth in the red diary thing, we ourselves would have ordered an inquiry. But a lot of red diaries are going to be opening against the Bharatiya Janata Party's leaders for what they have been doing in Rajasthan, outside Rajasthan. They have already lost 2 states. They are going to be losing Rajasthan as well, no matter what they do. But the fact of the matter is, Shreya, that the country is watching, the world is watching what the priorities of the BJP are. They stand exposed today. They have chosen votes over victims. They have chosen jibes over justice. And they have chosen rhetoric over responsibility. This is Mr. Modi's model of governance, BJP's model of governance. And this is what they do. They talked of farmers' issues. They talked of farmers also. Let me ask the BJP spokesperson this one thing. Do you remember your government promised to double farmers' income by 2022? Let alone doubling it, you have reduced it. Suicides have gone up. Number 2, your government brought farm laws. After that, you took them away and you apologized for it, but 700 farmers were martyred. 4 were mowed down in Lakhimpur by a union BJP minister's son. And has he been brought to books? Has he been removed from the cabinet? What you promised out of all those 6 promises that were made to the farmers for going back to their homes, not one promise has been delivered till date. And as far as, the concerns of the BJP are concerned, see, the Bharatiya Janata Party can order whatever inquiries they want. The CBI, ED, they have already been misusing it. The conviction rate of the ED is 0.05%. Total number of raids that the ED, CBI have done, as far as CBI's raids are concerned, 95% of them happen to be against opposition parties, allegedly. So if there would be one more raid, won't make any difference. And as far as Mr. Modi's priorities are concerned, today the world is questioning him for his priorities have been, seen by the people. It's never been people. And
I'll give 12 seconds. ठीक है, Ashpreet, हो गया. Let me
I'm done,
quickly.
I'm done.
Okay, when it comes to Prime Minister Modi in Rajasthan, I think the Congress Party's line is clear that Sumit Godara, what the Congress Party and the Congress spokesperson on the show is essentially saying is that the Prime Minister has the time to do everything under the world, but he doesn't have time to go visit Manipur or speak on Manipur. This is a case of misplaced priorities.
I would like to sum up in this way. We talk of Rajasthan CM talking about this PM's visit and he being not been able to there. I asked Rajasthan CM, House Assembly was on 24th, till 24, 10 days Rajasthan Assembly was there. Did the CM turn up in Assembly on a single day? And now what is he talking about? Being in the Parliament, being in the Assembly, last session of the Assembly of 15th Assembly, it was the last session and he didn't turn up a single day. And now he's cribbing about, he's always cribbing about, and that's 4-5 years we have seen his government to be like this, only cribbing, but no work, no substantial work. And this is another example
Mr.
of
Godara,
that.
but answer the question I've asked you.
And we see
But
Prime
answer the
Minister
question
who
I'm
has
asking
always
you.
been working
The
hard.
Congress is pointing to the Prime Minister's priorities.
Prime Minister Saab has always given priority. When he hasn't given priorities, it's Congress who's evading these issues in Parliament. When did the Prime Minister say he's not going to talk about Manipur? He always says, we have seen Home Minister, all forces have been deployed. And who this talks of ethnic oneness? One was brought nationalism to India. One who saw 80s and 90s burning in India. It was all due to Congress. Don't go into flashback of the Congress spokesman, I would like to say to him. If you go into flashback, I raised so many issues, you won't be able to answer that. Who has brought this country to the strife zone and who took India so back? And you are getting so exuberant about Karnataka, about the party which ruled in India for so many years. You are not able to leader of opposition. I pity you.
ये क्या
And the
logic
same
हुआ?
you are going to be pitied in 2024. When
नहीं, लेकिन
last time you
Mr.
were not
Godara,
able
but
to
what
cross
logic
to
is
get
this?
50. This time you won't be able to get into 25 Lok Sabha members in India.
What logic
That
is
what
this?
you are going to through this.
Because there was Naxalism in India, under the Congress Party. Now you're telling me, are you telling me that it's okay for this ethnic war to rage on in Manipur? There's a reason why this country chose the BJP over the Congress, right? Now, if you want to be exactly like them and fan ethnic violence in a state, too bad. That is not what we expect from a government that we have voted for.
Absolutely, the government is taking stringent measures, and you've seen all security forces being deployed, and they are working.
For 85 days, the government has taken stringent measures, and the state of Manipur has burnt.
And the border state, which has been so close
Anyhow,
to Bangladesh,
we leave it there for the moment.
We have to work very precautiously that such things don't turn into any untoward. So government is taking every actions in a prioritized way, and we've seen it. Home Minister taking
things have already taken an untoward turn, Mr. Godara.
Pardon?
Mr. Godara, things have already taken an untoward turn. I'm saying things have already taken an untoward turn. I mean, 160 people have been killed. 60,000 people have been displaced. Right? Violence has carried on for 85 days. Even day before yesterday, we saw violence in Churachandpur. If action was taken in time, we would not have had the situation that we did. Anyway, I think every discussion, ladies and gentlemen, that we have, any political discussion that we have, whether it's Rajasthan, whether it's Maharashtra, whether it's Madhya Pradesh, right now, the Congress will try and turn it to Manipur, which may not be a bad political strategy. We leave it there for the moment. Ashpreet, thank you very much. Do convey my suggestion to the Congress High Command as you promised. क्या हुआ? क्यों ऐसे क्यों बोल रहे हो? Have I said something?
See, it's not about political strategy. It's about morality. It's all about morality that the market and the... Please hear me out, Sumit ji. It's not about political strategy. It is about morality.
Sumit ji, रुक जाइए.
So all I'm saying is there is nothing to do with political strategy. It was about morality. The PM should have gone there. The PM should have spoken. 77 days he was quiet. 1800 hours he was quiet. All he has given is 35 seconds. Could go to US, could go to 7 other countries, just could not go to his own BJP-ruled state. And this goes on to suggest that he's not serious about Manipur and he hasn't done anything about Manipur.
Okay, we'll leave it there. Sumit Godara, thank you very much. Ashpreet, thank you very much. And Anil Sharma ji, good to have you on the show. Thank you very much as well for joining us.